I wanted to be able to get to a few million personally, my wife, me, maybe an admin or two, right? A couple agents, but we wanted to be able to personally do it. And we knew it was possible because other people do it, right? So the belief of is it possible was always there, because if someone else could do it, so can I, right? And I've always had that mentality. It's just understanding, what are the people really doing to achieve that? And is it feasible with the methods that they're using?
Hello, everybody. Grady Polson here, Family First Live America Beyond. Excited to have Austin Becker on with us. Austin and I had the fortunate to have a pretty incredible dinner a few years ago. And when I met him, I was like, this guy is sharp. He's going to do something big. And fast forward, issued north of $1 million in 12 months from IULs and FIAs, focused on a very unique strategy in order to generate leads, presentation, and moving clients to action. And he is no slouch on the presentation. I mean, the man, I'll say it again, he issued over $1 million. That is a huge issue paid number. That's a gold jacket earner in our company. And just an all-around rock star. Him and his wife, Jessica, are a powerhouse couple, and just focused on protecting clients and doing it a different way than everybody. We'd say buy leads. You know, if we were to do Austin's way, it would say get leads, right? He gets leads, and the manner at which he does it is different than everyone else does it. And that's why you're on this call today, to learn from a professional who's out here making it happen. And I'm excited to have him on here teaching us what he's doing, how he's done it, and what he's excited about here in the future. So without further ado, how are we doing today, Austin?
Doing good, Grady. I just want to start. I appreciate you having us on here, man, having me on today. Like you said, it's been a good ride for the past few months. And when I first met you, and was very excited to get started, and here we are today. So I do appreciate you, man. Doing good.
That's awesome, bro. Well, do us a favor. Give us some, give us some color. I know you've been doing, you're an entrepreneur by trade. You're doing quite a few different things before you found insurance, learned different marketing tactics, and then found insurance and the high commission insurance sales program. And it resonated with you and your household, and you and your wife have physically and literally hit the cover off the ball as far as a marker of what production is possible. And that's what we're excited to learn from. So, but before we give us your backstory, where you're from, how you found us, how you got here, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we actually reside in Mississippi. We don't talk about that much, but then we'll leave that here. We reside in Mississippi, man, and I've been entrepreneurship since 2016, working online, mostly affiliate marketing. So referring other companies' products and receiving a commission to do so, right? Which is similar to insurance, obviously, without licenses and stuff, right? And so we did that, and then I worked in the oil and gas industry. That was my typical 9 to 5 growing up, right? Provide for the family, traditional job, make 150 grand a year or something. So I always had that background. But when I went into oil and gas, was the same time I started my online businesses. And then from there, obviously, I was able to leave oil and gas back in 2018, 2019, and then been fully online, full entrepreneurship, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, Turo car rentals, all the different things you could kind of try, Amazon FBA, all the different business models. Success with a few, not so much success with others, right? And then we saw the insurance game and just kind of what it could do as far as from an enterprise valuation and stuff like that. And that's what really was like intrigued us, and it was kind of pulled our attention. And I was like, all right, this is going to make sense. And that's what made us go 100% this direction.
I love it. Will you give us some color? Like what kind of products were you selling? Any fun stories? Any
Man, yeah. So that's so you see all the pretty stuff where everyone's like, go just randomly go brand stuff, sell it on Amazon, put your label on it and all that good stuff. And that's kind of, man, I started with beanies and stuff like that, but then I was doing beanies that were trademarked, right? They had design patents, and not trademarked, design patents. So after like a year, once you start to see success, obviously other people see it. And then if you're doing something you're not supposed to, being a beginner, we didn't know. I was just doing what I watched on YouTube, man. Go slap your logo on some stuff. I had some cease and desist letters, didn't know what they meant when I first started business, so I threw them in the trash. and then come around and actually got served, and then it was like, okay, this means something. So after realizing that it's not as easy, and it's not about easy or whatnot, it was more like it actually took work and you had to run a business. And right, once I learned that, and then obviously we got profitable. But man, we started in the clothing space. We had trademark or design patent problems. Then we had trademark issues with our supplement company because we didn't look down every rabbit hole to see about trademarks on certain brands. Built a company, and then it was swiped out from under us pretty much every. And then after constantly doing that, it made us really. I wanted to revisit kind of what was going on, but yeah, it's not as pretty as everyone says on social media. It's like, hey, go print shirts and make all kinds of money. Yeah, and we made good money, but it could come back around really quickly. And then after a long time, even after solving those problems and continuing with it, wasn't as fulfilling, right? Dude, I could sell a t-shirt with a cat on it and make some money, but at the end of the day, there's no customer relationship. There's no fulfillment that really happens once you hit a certain number. It's kind of just like money at that point. So,
Got it. That's interesting, man. So, I mean, and was that primarily Instagram, TikTok based driving the sales?
man, so the thing, obviously, the landscape has changed. Being an entrepreneur, landscape changes every year, right? We're always innovating. And so, honestly, 6 years ago, seven, not, I guess, 8 years ago, you could put anything on Facebook and run an ad to it, and it's profitable because nobody else was doing it, right? 2016, 2015, Facebook, ad landscape, it was the Wild West, dude. So it wasn't even, we didn't even have social media. I'm not like this social media, like you said, the social media guru or whatever you call it. Like I was not, I don't like social media. It didn't, it took us until honestly this business to really start posting on social media because I knew the power of it. Because in the before it was all just KPIs. I could run an ad. If it's profitable, I just run more ads, right? But then it was like now obviously innovating, and as 2018 2019 came around, everyone's on social media, so some things you have to adapt to is now you have to kind of put a face with the brand, right? And then it just obviously amplifies the sales. So that's what kind of pivoted. But back then it wasn't even Instagram. It was just run an ad. It didn't matter where you ran it, YouTube, Facebook. And then obviously now you have to adapt with the new competition, right? TikTok came out and around the COVID time, right? I'm not sure if I could say that, 2019. And so once TikTok it started coming mainstream, went into TikTok with affiliate marketing, organic TikTok, which I had never done organic, where I personally posted before. And then I saw obviously a lot of leverage with that organically with our affiliate programs. And then we just brought that into the insurance space as well when we came over here as well. But it's always been social media, man. But it used to be ads. Now it's organic because why not?
So, okay. So before we get deeper into that, so you're doing selling cat shirts, selling supplements,
Yeah.
selling all kinds of whatever sells, whatever's got good margins and people are buying.
Right. If I saw somebody else posting it and the videos had hundreds of thousands of views, I'd brand it and I'd post it because there's proof of concept from other people. So then I was like, okay, I could go sell this. Right. And there was like fingerlings. I think fingerlings were a little kid toy in 2019. As soon as I saw those things take off, I'm drop shipping fingerlings from I don't know where. I think China, Bangladesh, who knows. And but I just saw proof of concept from other people doing it. And then I would just kind of rinse and repeat the process till I realized trademarks and patents were a thing.
Got it. So then how did you connect with Hayden? So because Hayden and Nina.
Yeah, they threw a business overview meeting, I want to say in 2021, 2022, 2022 or something. Yeah, 2022. They threw a business overview meeting over in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which just so happens to be close to where I'm at. And I was like, I mean, I'll drive an hour and a half away to go say what's up because I liked what they were doing on social media, right? I was like, they look like they got life kind of figured out at 27 years old or something. And so swung by and met up with Hayden. Nina wasn't there, and then that's what brought us in.
So, I mean, just to use your words, you saw proof of concept with them and you're like, okay, I know how to get eyeballs. I understand business. And so then kind of walk us through that path. Like, how did you saw their numbers and how do you still have any affiliate stuff going or did you shut all that down and now you're just full?
Yeah, no, we still have affiliate stuff going. Affiliate stuff happens by default, right? Any business you're in, you just, as long as you build relationships, JV partners, affiliate partners, it's all the same stuff, right? And so, like, insurance agents ask us what softwares we use, or people that have websites and stuff. Well, instead of just telling them, I just become an affiliate of the stuff I use. And if I use it, I'm convicted that it works. Obviously, I use it. So now I could affiliate it, right? So we still do it. It's just a byproduct of almost anybody who does business online, honestly. There's no reason not to add it because it's an additional revenue stream. So we still have it. It's not like a focal point. It just happens by default because it is something that we have a skill in, right? Um, so we still do that. And then when it came in with Hayden and stuff, since once I was like, all right, this is going to make sense just because I knew the business model made sense. Hayden didn't have to really show numbers or anything. I already knew they had already partnered with Integrity. It's really just like business is simple, right? I'm like, you can see it. He's like, hey, you provide a product to somebody else with the you get your license, you affiliate an insurance company as like a agent, right? And then you get compensated a commission. Same exact concept. Nothing changed. It was just you had to have a license before you could do it. So now it kind of weeded out obviously the competition from the people that don't have licenses, right? And then you just have to get a client, solve their problem, and then get compensated. And so when I was like, okay, the business model makes sense, but then I could see obviously what I saw from Hayden and Nina was the acquisition side, like, right, the valuation, the enterprise value. I was like, that makes sense because that's really making money every year, right? Is everybody could do that, but who can make it to where it could be life changing? And life changing comes on exits of companies, and not many companies have the multiple that comes with this company.
I would agree. So, okay, so you get started 22, after you meet with Hayden. How soon did you all of a sudden go, I could write seven figures in this business? Because that's, I mean, we had 10 that did it last year, and we may have between 20 to 40 this year that knock out, but that's a, I mean, we'll have 20,000 agents. And so
Yeah,
to have that level of number, did the leads start coming and you were like, how did you all of a sudden, I mean, when was your
it's
first big month? And then all of a sudden you're like, honey, hold on. I'm going to be in the office a little bit, but we're going to crush this.
It's honestly, it's just actually taking a step back and looking at it. See, and that's what I think I did differently. I don't know what everybody else does, but when I looked at the business model, it's the same as any business, right? Business is a product, a potential customer, and then the execution of a sale, and then the transfer of money. That's it. And so when I looked at it, it was like, okay, well, I could come in and I could sell final expense. Nothing wrong with it. People need it. Do I want to sell? Is that who I want my clientele to be? Is that my customer that I want to manage? I didn't want to, right? Because like statistically, when I looked at it, I was like, okay, I'm looking for people who have unfortunately probably didn't make the best financial decisions for 65 years. And then the likelihood of them getting approved for this product, because this product isn't a product I could just sell to anybody. It goes through a qualification, right? And some of the factors that involve that are obviously health analysis, right? And age. And I'm like, okay, well, based off of that, the likelihood, like it's just the numbers weren't adding up. I was like, the amount of work I would have to put in to make the $1 million, like you're saying, is it wasn't even calculatable. Like, I don't know if that's a word, but it wasn't. And I was like, the way you could do it is building an agency. Could you do it personal production? Dude, you'd have to put in 100 hours a week or something. It's like it wasn't even feasible, even if I had the numbers, if I calculated it all the way down to EBITDA. And so, like, when I looked at it, I was like, well, why would I sell that product? Because to acquire a customer or to find the customer, it's the exact same amount of effort to find the customer that's this person, or to find the person that has been responsible and they've been planning for retirement for 65 years. So let's find someone who's not planned for 65 years, or find somebody who's planned for 65 years. Now I'm looking at somebody who has $0 of retirement, or somebody who has potentially millions of dollars that could go into an annuity. And when I understood that and I looked at that, I was like, well, it makes more sense to just put my effort into finding people that may be better clients that I want to serve. Right now, I don't say those other ones don't need to be served. I don't want that workload because I don't want to run a 1,000-person team. I don't like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to get to a few million personally, my wife, me, maybe an admin or two, right? A couple agents, but we wanted to be able to personally do it. And we knew it was possible because other people do it, right? So the belief of is it possible was always there, because if someone else could do it, so can I, right? And I've always had that mentality. It's just understanding what are the people really doing to achieve that, and is it feasible with the methods that they're using. And so that's where I was like, hey, if I just picked a product that was better suited for my goals, then I think I could get there faster.
And that for you was index universal life policies.
Yep, IULs and annuities, because when you're looking for IULs, it's like top of funnel. So it's easy to kind of find those people. It's people that either want to plan for retirement or they want a different retirement, right? Strategy, like alternative supplemental retirement plan. And by default, either they may already have tried other retirement accounts, and therefore they have 40, 50, 100, 200, a couple, like you're going to find FIAs in the mix of those prospects, because they have already kind of they're showing interest in stuff that they've probably also showed interest in the past and didn't have as much success with, which is IRAs and 401ks and a lot of senses, right? Or maybe they're just looking for something different. And so we'll do the IUL, and then we'll also get a lot of FIAs from those same exact leads, because the IUL is just like top of funnel, and then it brings it down to the FIA clients as well.
And they already trust you because they're giving you personal
Bingo.
information. You talked about their goals. You talked about their family, kids. What do you want to do? How much money do you want in retirement? Okay, you have this other 100 or 200 or 300 sitting over here. Let's protect that too.
Absolutely, because a lot of times when you start an IUL conversation, it's like, hey, what brought you to the call? That's the golden nugget. It's like, what brought you to the call? And then they tell you everything, and it's like, well, I've done all these other things. Or even if they don't say that, you'd be like, well, do you have any other retirement accounts, or have you planned for anything for the future, for when you pass away, like anything like that, right? And then they'll say, yeah, I have these things, or I had, and they're old. I have an IRA with my old employer. I've tried my SEP and all these different, they open up because we're already in the room for a conversation of finances, right? We're not there for life insurance, even though IUL first and foremost is life insurance, but it's more from a financial perspective when we look at life insurance in an IUL.